Hello, and welcome to another SAP Ariba Customer Self-Service video. Today, I will be demonstrating how process governance comes together between sourcing and supplier lifecycle performance by defining supplier eligibility criteria. Let's review the elements in play and then demonstrate template configuration. With supplier lifecycle performance, and depending on how your supplier onboarding process is configured, your supplier will have one of these SLP statuses at different points in time. Not invited, invited, registered, qualification not started, qualification started, pending qualification approval, qualified, and preferred. Also, sourcing allows you to designate required minimum supplier status at these points in time in the RFP process: invitation and award. So, the benefits of using supplier eligibility criteria are twofold. One, you ensure that RFP activity aligns to supplier onboarding policy, and two, you can allow flexibility for a speedier RFP process. For example, in a high-risk sourcing activity template, you may require the supplier to be completely registered to be invited, and then require them to be completely qualified, and you may require that they be completely qualified in order to be awarded business. Let's take a look at an RFP template to show how to set these up. Also, if you have any further questions on sourcing templates, take a look at the customer self-service video on templates or search templates in the help menu. So here I am within a sourcing RFP template. You want to make sure that the template is in editing mode to be able to take a look at these settings. I will scroll down here to my template itself within Documents, click Edit. And on the first step in the wizard, Rules, you'll see that there are some options available to you to set minimum supplier eligibility criteria. So you have these different options, the first being for event participation. So again, you can choose any one of these minimum supplier lifecycle performance status in order for a buyer using the sourcing module to invite them when they're creating an event with this template. Okay, you also have the option for the minimum supplier status for award eligibility. So like in the example I gave before, for high-risk sourcing activity, you might want to require a higher level of qualification than just the invitation to be able to be awarded. You can also choose at what level you require qualification, whether it's at the header or event level, or if you want to do it at the specific line item level. In that case, you would have a commodity region or department that is assigned to the line item level and then require that suppliers be qualified for that matrix to be able to be. You can also choose at what level you require supplier qualification, whether it's at the event level or the header level or at the individual item level. So in this case, you might have 3 line items in a single RFP, and if a supplier is qualified for the commodity of 2 of those line items, they'll be able to view and or be awarded that business. Finally, there's also an option to automatically invite preferred suppliers. So as part of your process in SLP, you might mark some suppliers as preferred for certain commodities. Whenever you create an RFP with that commodity and or region, you could automatically have the suppliers added to the sourcing event, regardless of the choice of the end buyer user. You'll also notice under each option we have hidden or read-only here. This is just to expose to the user when they're creating the RFP event from this template. If it's hidden, they won't know that behind the scenes you've set up these rules. If it's read-only, it will inform them when they're creating the RFP. Changing hats now, here I am in the RFP event creation wizard as a buyer or sourcing analyst. And you'll see here in rules that at the template level, it has been defined for me that only registered suppliers can be invited for event participation, and only qualified suppliers can be awarded. Now, if I click on suppliers, the third step, I can go ahead and add participants. And actually have the search criteria here, so I can search by that criteria of registered and qualified for all suppliers that are available to me. Now, if I were to try to use a status that is not supported by the template configuration, either upon publish or upon award, I would receive an error. Thank you for watching this video on minimum supplier criteria and sourcing events. If you have any further questions, you can search minimum supplier criteria from the help menu or on SAP Ariba Connect, or you can reach out to your SAP Ariba customer engagement executive.